Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The internet. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with the weekly TV roundup. Today we're covering the season finale of Game of Thrones, which means that yes, this will be the last TV roundup for this TV season. Also, after the summary of the episode, we'll be kind of going into some explanation about some stuff. Okay, so on to the episode. Opens with Melisandre informing Stannis that the snows have melted. Stannis has been prepared to leave for Winterfell when Stannis is told that somewhere around half of his men, including all the sellswords and horses, have deserted. And then he's also informed that his wife, Selyse, is dead, presumably having committed suicide. However, Stannis orders Selyse cut down, and then for his men to march for Winterfell. At Castle Black, Jon tells Sam what happened at Hardhome with the Wildlings and the White Walkers. Sam then convinces Jon to send him to the Citadel in Oldtown so that Sam can become a maester. Which, the Watch does kind of need a maester, seeing as how Maester Aemon has passed away. As Stannis' forces march upon Winterfell, Sansa escapes her room in an effort to signal allies to help her. Once again by lighting a candle in the tower. Podrick and Brienne watch Stannis' approach, and upon arriving at Winterfell, Stannis' forces are met by the Bolton host and seemingly wiped out by the much larger force. Stannis falls at the hands of Brienne, as she in fact tells him exactly who she is and why she is doing this. To which Stannis simply tells her to do her duty. At Winterfell proper, Sansa runs into Miranda, Ramsay's lover and fellow sadist, sadist, hunter, etc., and Theon. After Miranda tells Sansa what the future holds for her, Theon pushes Miranda to her death before escaping over the wall of the keep with Sansa. In Braavos, Arya masquerades as a young whore to get close to Ser Meryn. After revealing herself to Ser Meryn, she then stabs him to death. At the House of Black and White, Arya is punished for taking the wrong life by losing her eyesight. In Dorne, Jaime, Bronn, Myrcella, and Prince Trystane leave for King's Landing. During the goodbyes that are said, Ellaria Sand gives Myrcella a goodbye kiss, a rather full goodbye kiss. While aboard the ship, Jaime tries to tell Myrcella the truth of her parentage, only to learn that Myrcella already knew, or at least and is in fact happy about it. The two share a rather warm embrace before, however, all is not well as Myrcella soon dies of poisoning. And we are shown that Ellaria is also beginning to suffer the same effects, and then she takes the antidote. In Meereen, arrangements are made to find Daenerys and govern Meereen in her absence. Ser Jorah and Daario Naharis go off to find Daenerys, while Tyrion, Missandei, and Grey Worm stay to govern the city. Later, Tyrion and Varys are reunited, and Varys seems to basically take his old job back as Master of Whispers. Just this time, he's doing so for Daenerys and Meereen rather than for Cersei and Westeros. Elsewhere in Essos, Daenerys discovers that Drogon is too badly injured to fly back to Meereen anytime soon. While looking for food, she does find, however, a Khalasar of Dothraki. In King's Landing, Cersei confesses to some of her sins. Afterwards, she is stripped and has her hair cut almost completely off before atoning, which she does by walking from the Sept of Baelor to the Red Keep in the nude. Now, an idea of what this means, she had to walk basically across town, across King's Landing. It was quite the walk. During her walk, she's insulted and called whore, brother fucker, so on and so forth, and has various substances. thrown at her. Upon arriving at the Red Keep to await her trial, as yes, she has atoned, but she has been as she's atoned and as she's confessed and atoned, she hasn't confessed all of her sins, and well, the ones that she didn't confess to, she still has to stand trial for. But she's met by Qyburn, who introduces her to a rather mountainous member of the Kingsguard, Sir Robert Strong, who has taken an oath of holy silence, or a holy oath of silence, until all of the Crown's enemies are dead. At Castle Black, Davos tries to get Jon to send the wildlings to help Stannis. Melisandre arrives, however, and tells Jon and Davos that Stannis, as well as Selyse and Shireen, are dead. Later, Ollie tells Jon that one of the wildlings claims that Benjen Stark, Jon's missing uncle, as well as the first Ranger of the Watch, is alive. Ollie and Sir Alliser lead Jon to the courtyard, where Jon finds a sign saying traitor instead of a wildling. Jon is then stabbed by Sir Alliser, some of the other members of the Watch, and Ollie, each of whom say "for the Watch" as they stab Jon. And the episode ends with Jon lying in a growing pool of his own blood. So, you might be asking yourself that, what in the seven hells just happened? Alright. So, a good friend of mine has a theory about... I'm mainly going to discuss the future of Jon and Castle Black. And a friend of mine actually has a theory about what's in store. As without Jon, there's really not much story to tell up there. First off, Jon is Azor Ahai. Now, Azor Ahai is who Melisandre told Stannis he was from the get-go. And in the books, it actually goes into the fact that she is well aware she's been deceiving him, and that Stannis is not Azor Ahai. Anywho, this will be discovered, however, when Sir Alliser and crew burn Jon's body, only to discover that it won't burn. You know, much like how Daenerys walked into the Drogo's pyre and came out unscathed. This will lead to Melisandre reviving Jon. Now you're probably wondering, how the hell can Melisandre do that? Well, remember the Brotherhood Without Banners and their leader, Beric Dondarrion? Keep in mind, when he fought the Hound and lost, Thoros of Myr, a red priest, basically a male version of what Melisandre is, brought him back from death. Now, of course, there's why I made mention of him being unburned. Basically, it all boils down to the fan theory known as R plus L equals J. Basically, the theory basically says that Jon is not Ned's son, but rather the son of Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen, making him a Targaryen, and that, in fact, the reason that basically Ned lied all this time was he promised Lyanna as she was dying that he would keep Jon safe. Anywho, this would make him heir to the crown. So, in fact, he would have a better claim than Daenerys does. Now, why is it that various sources, that Kit Harington, as well as the producers, Benioff and Weiss, are claiming that Jon is dead? Well, after season one, at some point after season one, Sean Bean, in an interview, basically just kind of let it slip out that, Ned Stark is not Jon's father. So they probably got Harrington under a gag order. Kind of saying, hey, look, if you're asked, you're dead. All right, you're dead. Jon dead. But another thing for me is that, in all honesty, I don't really think that Benioff and Weiss have anything to stand on about saying dead is dead, considering the same episode wherein Sir Robert Strong is introduced. Now, to clarify what I mean by that, Sir Robert Strong is the newest member of the Kingsguard, and as I said during the summary of the episode, he is of a rather mountainous build. Simply put, he's the mountain brought back in a rather Frankensteinian manner by Qyburn. Anywho, that's it for the weekly TV roundup until September. There will be a TV roundup related video next week, largely basically saying, okay, what shows stay, what shows go, what shows are being added. Also, there will be throughout the summer. I'm going to try to keep doing videos on Wednesdays as well. The possibility of videos kind of saying, what I hope to see with the shows that I follow for the weekly TV roundup, as well as just other videos in general. Anywho, we'll be back on Saturday with a review of Jurassic World. So anyway, all that said, as always, feel free to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on social media. Links to my Facebook and Twitter are in the description box down below. And as always, it's Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying live long and rock hard.